Earth, our home. Some people say we were the ones who destroyed it. Doesn't surprise me much. Tanner told me about an underground nuclear test that was done years before I was even born. Ever since, there have been more and more earthquakes destroying everything. Of course, they never found out whether the detonation is what actually caused the earthquakes. At least not officially. They said the Earth was doomed to end in as little as a century. So, they came up with a plan. They were going to build 2 ships. The Caravel and the Flores. Now the Caravel was supposed to be some kind of scouting ship. Built to send a small militarized force to set up a base of operations and confirm things were going well for the arrival of the Flores. The Flores, that was a nuclear-powered ship carrying 500,000 human passengers in cryo. Originally, the idea was mocked. The delegates were wanting to build cities that floated over the oceans, but they seem to have forgotten one key detail. Before long, there wouldn't be any oceans left. In around 2048, they wrote about a massive earthquake in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. They say it was so massive they couldn't even tell you how big it was. It simply broke the Richter scale. The coastal areas around it had buildings crumble to dust before it was all washed away by a massive tsunami. That wave hit the top of the Corcovado mountain in Rio, wiped the place off the map entirely. Fortaleza, Cape Town, St. Lucia, Lagos, Puerto Rico, all of them just gone. And things were only going to get worse from there. Nothing the government could do would help to calm the people. And it quickly devolved into kill or be killed. Sibylla May Flores. She is the professor who came up with the idea for us to colonize Enoch. She also invented the engine, allowing us to go 15% the speed of light. Otherwise, we might not have ever even made it. After some persuading, scientists from around the world started to build the SM Flores Ark ship. They had thought of damn near anything we would need on that trip, too. Even built a space elevator out in the Mojave Desert in order to build the ship in space. Several others were even designed just to move personnel and resources to the construction site. But they also built a second ship, the Caravel. It was supposed to get to Enoch about 3 years prior to the Flores, and it was supposed to carry the original Outriders. Their job was to set up a base and begin readying everything for us to arrive. However, as with most things, it didn't quite go their way. Instead, the Caravel was destroyed during its launch. Some engine malfunction, if I remember right. Killed every last one of the 8,000 passengers. Outriders, and necessary ECA personnel. So, the ECA found Tanner, asked him to hire a new Outriders team. We boarded the Flores and took off on our 83-year journey to Enoch. According to the log, the flight wasn't easy on everyone. Most of the people who were in charge of the ship traded shifts in and out of cryo. 50 people at any point in time, each shift about 30 days. According to the ship's logs we were able to recover, there's an engineer in 2117. Suffered a mental breakdown. Unplugged several cryopods, killing the people inside. Stole a pistol. Kept screaming about how this journey was a death sentence. Managed to gun down one member of security before he was killed himself. Another one in 2149. Just 10 years before we hit Enoch. One of the officers left a log of his personal thoughts on the planet. He just wanted to close his eyes one last time, then open them to see the paradise the ECA had promised all of us. He remarked how he would always check for messages sent to the ship, claiming that the Outriders would be sending them if the caravel hadn't blown up. The last entry we could find was from the year of the landing, 2159. It says that there were several million pieces of debris detected around the ship since the last log. It stated that were it not for the automated defense systems, even the smallest particle of dust could have caused the ship to blow. Fortunately for us, those systems were keyed in accurately. That damned storm. I was there when we first encountered it. We lost a lot of people to it, and we have no idea what caused it. Reality doesn't work when you're inside. Not the way we're used to. Next to no one survives walking through one. Ever since, people have been hiding in bunkers and caves whenever the storm comes through. It just seems to get worse each time it passes by. First, it erased all of our digital drives, wiping out all the knowledge we had from Earth. Then it started destroying the rest of their electronic devices. Led to everyone waking up from their cryopods as well, way before the colony was ready to receive them. The lack of resources caused the resulting awakening to start a brand new war here on Enoch. There's Earth all over again. Problem is, no one here even knew the anomalies existed until we got here. Never detected before. In all the ECA's research, before jumping out to this planet, those things didn't exist. Fortunately, through some study, we seem to know a little bit more on how it works. And it seems, funnily enough, like a kid throwing a tantrum. At first, it's quiet. It doesn't really do much but create a bit of a light show. But it's just gathering more and more energy. Until it wakes up. Then it starts to mutate anything organic. Plant life, animals, lakes becoming toxic, and EMPs take out anything electrical. Finally, it becomes active. Releases all the energy it's built up. Beams of light will appear and bend around everything. Something akin to a sunspot. Anything these lights touch disintegrates, living or not. So far, longer storms lasted several days, but we don't know if there's a reason they occur or a limit to what they can do. Because of these anomalies, the ECA's engineers were working hard to replace as many digital systems as possible with mechanical and analog ones. These storms kill most people who pass through them, but some people make it out alive. Those who do, they aren't the same. Their minds get twisted, their bodies warped. They gain these strange powers. They become altered. But they're lucky. Everyone else who walks in there only gets an agonizing, painful death. Believe me, I've seen quite a few friends die out there. Whatever you do, don't go looking for powers. If you enjoyed the logs and want to hear more about the world of Enoch, remember to hit that subscribe button and burn that bell icon. Until then, Outriders, go fuck shit up.